2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Now go home and get your shine box.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Jim with Go Get Your Shine Box.
Are we live now?
Wednesday evening podcast. That's my radio voice, anyway. I thought I'd throw that in there for the fun of it. Hey guys, why don't you say hi, and we'll jump into the show.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, Paul, you got to stop breathing into your mic.
I don't want to say hi, but I will give this admonition. The end is near.
Oh, God. You think?
Yes, I'm quite certain of it.
Okay. Well.
Time to start unzipping some mofos and seeing what kind of darkness is on the inside.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's funny you should say that, because here's the thing. the thing is this. Yeah, we're a couple of witty, funny guys, you know, and but we got to bring it to you. And
Yes.
Who's breathing into their mic?
That's Paul. Paul, you got to back off your mic a little.
All right. Just so you guys know, this will not be a child-friendly episode. So heads up.
Which is ironic when we get into it that you said that. But yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So,
They're coming for your children.
yes, they are, Joe. They're coming for your children. You know. Well, we
could dissect that sentence in a whole bunch of different ways.
Yeah, let's start right away with this this really bizarre what do you want to call it? The sparkle of the creed or whatever.
Oh man.
Video church. What did you say? Let me read this out here because I didn't want to. Joe, I listened to it. I listened to it because Bongino had it. I think a couple other people had it. It's so disgusting that I didn't even want to play it.
I understand. I said the same thing. I didn't even want to listen to it when I was in the middle of it. I'm like, I got to turn this off. I can't be listening to this. And
I shouldn't start with this because it's not quite directly to our title. But when in a few minutes we'll come back. What's her name used to say? Pisaki with the red hair. I'll circle back.
Circle back.
Yeah. Jerk back.
Yeah. Circle jerk back. Church recites the Sparkle Creed. I didn't know what a Sparkle Creed was, nor do I ever want to.
I've still not heard this, so this is new to me.
Oh, yeah. Which proclaims belief in non-binary God, whose pronouns are plural. Jesus Christ, who had two dads.
This is why
they believe in Jesus. They say
why. Yeah, they don't, Joe. You know they don't.
Well, I'm just saying what
they can say that.
Come on, man.
The thing they believe in ain't Jesus.
No.
And they prance around with these, and you can tell what they are when you look at them. They prance around in these, in kind of like the nuns did. It's a mockery.
Yeah, right.
This is a mockery. Minneapolis Church live stream Sunday caught the moment when one of its pastors led the congregation in the recital or recitation, whatever you want to, of the Sparkle Creed, which proclaims what I just said. I feel dirty. I feel like I could get struck with lightning.
Well, I mean, you know, we laugh about this a little bit, but this is darkness, man. These people are followers of Satan. Not followers of Christ, and they turn everything upside down.
Yep.
This is like Jim said, this is mocking God and Jesus, the Bible, all of it. And there's a lot of this going on at varying degrees. But this one sounds particularly egregious.
There's a verse in the Bible that it says something like this: "Go directly to hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go directly to hell." And
Yes,
that's where they're going.
that is in the second book of Monopoly. Yes.
Yeah. I believe in the binary guy. This is difficult. I believe in a rainbow spirit. I'm just gonna do little bits and pieces because I'm not gonna do the whole thing. Who shatters our image of the one light and refracts it into a rainbow of gorgeous diversity. So, and then he goes on, are resilient as patches on the AIDS quilt. So
I wonder if I can play it. Let me try. See if it's.
Please don't.
Let me just interject.
Can you hear this?
No. Yeah, and I deliberately didn't put it in there because it's so sacrilegious. I don't even.
That didn't come through.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
No.
And I haven't gone down this particular rabbit hole, but apparently the colors you've seen the new pride flag. It's got the pyramid.
Yeah, they threw some black and brown in there because they're in the alphabet soup too. Yeah,
right. The symbolism in this. There is a specifically satanic symbolism in part of it. I don't remember which color or the way the colors are reversed compared to the rainbow or something. There's something in there that is specifically satanic.
You think?
And, no, yeah. They're a lot of people think they're required to expose themselves, either by word or symbol or whatever.
Yeah, you always had that. You always come up with that theory. I was always curious about that. You always told me that. And very consistent.
It plays out if you watch.
Yeah.
And let's get back because I don't think it's too. We can't repeat this too many times. The mockery. The rainbow is a biblical symbol, regardless of what anybody thinks. I don't care if you're an atheist, which there's no such thing as just God deniers. That's a different show. It doesn't matter. It's marriage is a religious institution. That's a biblical thing. Rainbow is a biblical thing. You can whatever they have the rainbows with the little toys, the rainbow brights, whatever. This is the primary mockery. Well, I don't know about the primary, but I think the primary public mockery was taking that and using it as a symbol for the antithesis of what it actually was.
Yeah.
So I mean, and they're good at that.
Well, the best rhetorician to ever live is the head of their church, Lucifer.
Yeah.
So they got a leg up.
Well, the guy was one of the top dogs up there until he was cast out.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
So it would be kind of like. Let me think of an analogy. It would be kind of like. I can't think of anything to cover that. But anyway, he was a pretty high ranking capo de capo there for a minute.
Well, he was number 2.
Yeah, he was number 2
effectively.
And again, it's ironic that all of the stuff that this community and it's unfortunate that they've labeled themselves with letters and ironically, with symbolism. So, how people call, you're a ultra right wing MAGA extremist. Well, yeah, but you can't attach anything to that. Here's a good example. If I put my, I don't have one, but if I put all kinds of Trump gear on and went down to, just walk down the streets of Chicago. Now that might not be a great example because I'm white. I might not survive anyway. But let's just say, for the sake of this, I put all my Trump gear on. I'm not going to make it out of there. There's going to be all kinds of hate crimes perpetrated on me.
Yeah, never mind Chicago. Fifth Avenue.
Yeah,
you're probably not going to.
Now take a guy that puts on a Biden gear or an Obama shirt or whatever and walks into a Trump rally. No problems. He might get a snicker or he might get an.
He might get made fun of or whatever. Yeah.
But that's it. He's walking home. He's out of there.
He's not in any danger of violence. That's why they have to drum up the violent extremist moniker to make you think that Trump supporters are violent.
Yes, and back to my point, the symbolism happens to be bad because they represent violence. They represent attacking our children. They represent indoctrination, and they represent everything that's against the basis of Christianity in this country. And like it or not, I don't care what anybody says. That's the basis of this country. That's how we were founded. Joe, you had a good point earlier, and I hope you bring some of that back up about the left in this country wanting to be like the rest of the world.
Yeah, they want to they want to go for the whole world order, and they want to conform to the world. So we're like with one big world government thing, but nobody seems to understand or realize that if that's so good, that why is everybody for years and years since the United States has been around, people are trying to get into this country. They want to come here. They want to be free, and they're going to get here, and then they're going to tear it down, and then they're going to be back to ground one where they started, and we're not going to be free anymore.
Yeah, and then all the useful idiots that are rank and file for these megalomaniac, Marxist, fascist, whatever, that want to destroy this country, they'll be fodder. There's no reason for them to be around anymore when the utopia is in full reign.
One of the best terms that I've heard, and I hear it, and I don't really pay too much attention to it, but useful idiot is so keyed. It's so right on the mark. Useful idiots are what they are, because once the cabal gets what they want, the useful idiots will be put down like rabid dogs.
Yeah, but the problem is they think you're the useful idiot.
That's funny. We said that earlier. Exactly. They think exactly the same thing we think.
Right.
In reverse order.
And by the way, this when all the useful idiots are, shall we say, terminated?
Well,
is that
to
the
attrition,
is that the drinking from a steaming skull intermission as we survey the landscape? I don't know why that's a hopeful picture in my mind.
Well, it's that wouldn't be the first time in history that there were rivers of blood. And I don't get excited out there. We're not propagating. We're not condoning. Like the guy said,
we can see what's coming.
Yeah, you can see what's coming.
Well,
and Joe,
they tell us what's coming. You hear these elites, these billionaires, these people that have become billionaires by accident, but now they've got money, and they're calling for depopulation. I mean, they're getting on their high horses, and they're telling you how we're going to depopulize the world because people are going to
depopulize. Let me Google it.
Look at
Google
COVID.
that.
Oh, COVID was an attempt.
Does that mean kill everybody?
I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but you know what? And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna tiptoe around it. The whole COVID thing was a scam. It's just so they can win another election. I mean, listen, COVID was not as dangerous as they brought it. The vaccines were more dangerous than COVID.
Oh, they knew it too. They knew it.
And then you got these. I saw idiots today. I was at work. Unfortunately, had to be in Philadelphia today. I saw friggin' idiots today with friggin' masks on. When are they going to get the memo?
It was probably because the air quality is so crappy.
Oh man, I saw a guy. Was it a guy or a woman? I don't know who it was, in a freaking car coming the opposite direction by herself in her car wearing a mask.
Yeah, she's retarded. That's just crazy. I'm surprised they didn't take all the pretzel carts and turn them into booster mask carts. Get your mask here, boosters, mask here.
There's still billboards. You still see billboards about booster shots and stuff. They're still pushing this poison.
Yeah,
people took poison. The vaccines are poison. That's all it was. The vaccines were a way for the big pharma to shove millions and billions of dollars in their pockets. Yeah. That's all it's about. They don't give a shit about us.
Nope.
They lied to us. They absolutely lied, and they sold us a bill of goods, and they forced people to put poison in their systems, and they don't care.
No,
they don't care. What are they going to do? They're going to silence me. They're going to YouTube's going to throw me off. Fuck YouTube. I don't care. I'm tired of it already.
Yeah, I hear you.
Amen, brother.
Speaking of poison, NBC defends "We're coming for your children" chant at New York City drag march, arguing it's been used for years at Pride events. Well,
Oh, really?
need I remind everybody out there, speaking of stealing the rainbow, pride is one of the deadly 7 sins. Okay, pride comes before a fall. Let me play this, and I don't. It's going to come out okay if you listen carefully. This is some sick stuff, and I suggest anybody out there that hears it, if you can find the video, you can see these people aren't joking. You could see veins in their neck. And when I play it, you'll see what I'm talking about. So if you didn't get the gist of what they're saying, we're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children, which basically is a threat.
Well, you know what? My children come in 168 grains apiece, so come get them.
Oh. Yeah, and they were defending that, saying, no, they're saying, we're here, we're queer, we're not going shopping. Now, that's obviously some kind of verbal twist. I don't know what it means. It's like, yeah, give me 3 slices of pepperoni pizza. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, they were. You can absolutely hear them say, "We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children."
Yeah.
Oh no, it's clear as day. I mean, in response, NBC defended the chant, saying that it was just for fun and as a way. Check this out. This is great because it's victimhood 101.
Right.
This is a way for, and don't make me read the alphabet. For crying out loud! This is a way for the LGBTQIA+ people to own the slurs that have been leveled against them.
Just call them the abnormals.
This is such a load of cry. I'm so tired. If you want to be a victim, yeah, I get it. Yeah, because it pays. I get you get free stuff. You could smoke. You could drink. We pay for it. Yeah, I get it. You're a victim. Whatever.
Yeah.
But don't freaking tell me you don't. I was talking to my daughter this morning. They're talking about aggressions and microaggressions and maxim, whatever the freaking aggressions. This is for people. They were conditioned for years to be victims. Okay. And like anything else, you get used to it. So now the victimhood's not good enough. So we got to think of something else. Oh, well, let's borrow a term from Economics 101. Oh, that's microaggression. Well, microaggression is something that you make up in your head as a perception of something that may have insulted you. It's so ridiculous. And then they have to make this crap up because there's money in it. This is currency for them. So
did you watch the demonstration with the parents that were
No, I did not.
Yeah, they were pretty much saying like, yeah, we love our kids, bring it.
Yeah.
And so many, but the funny thing about it is that you talk about they talk about the Christians in this country, but the Christians, that is a group that they got to worry about. But you got to worry about the Muslims. You know what? You mess with a Muslim family, you want to take their kids and cut their balls off or something. Yeah, you're in for a world of shit. Okay, because they love their kids too. So there's a lot of people that are against this movement, and if ever comes to shit, they're going to be in a world of it.
Hey, I've said before, there are some good. The Muslims have a couple of good ideas, and the thing about women and gays and pedophiles and stuff are among them. But that being said, Muslims aren't going to get thrown in prison for standing up to this.
Not yet.
White Christian. Yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Well, because right now they think that they got the Muslims on their side, but they don't.
Well, not just that, but they're a protected class.
Yeah.
If Christians did this, they'd be in jail.
Right. Well, we've already seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, guy trying to read scripture across the street from this debauchery.
Right,
and that cop. Let me tell you, that cop. What a load! No wonder people don't like cops. He got his little microaggression, and he didn't want to hear any scriptures, and he freaking manhandled that dude. And I was kind of proud of that guy that he just stood there and took it. By the way, if that happens, you get the guy's name, and then we settle it later.
Okay.
not sure what that means, but
In the dark.
guys, libs of TikTok said it's totally fine that they chant it, "We're coming for your children," because they do it every year. And they also chant about sex toys and public hair, or pubic hair. I'm sorry, geez. I got to get glasses. A pubic hair. I guess subconsciously I didn't want to say that word. I just said it 3 times. Pubic hair and killing people. It's all just words. Oh, it's okay when we do it. Oh, it's all just words, say the people who force prefer pronouns on us and consistently change our language. It's all just words. He, she, they said, what? It's all just words. Isn't that funny? It's okay when we do it. Yeah, these people are freaking insane. And if we don't stop it at every chance we get, then you get what you get. You know,
Yeah,
I don't buy this.
If it's just words, then if I say that I'm going to stick you on a pike, cut your head off, and drink beer out of your skull, that's just words, right?
Well, Joe, we're a comedy show. We can say anything we want.
That sounds like poetry to me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what these censors are talking about.
All right, granted, I might have to click that box right before I publish this. It says, no, this isn't made for kids.
It was just words. Just words.
It's just words. I'm going to come up with an alphabet for us, too. We're the AFLUCK+/2 69. Or whatever.
The bottom line is that this is so horrific. This is so horrific and damaging to the upcoming generation of kids. And this has been going on, for years, but just accelerating. That I was kind of surprised that asteroid missed us on Saturday. I was kind of hoping.
You were kind of hoping, huh?
Yeah. Did it really? Before we get into the whys and wherefores, because we have a short list of what we think was a contributing factor to a lot of this nonsense, especially the mutilation of kids and the fad, if you will, and the amount that it's occurring. I got a little surprise for you guys. I put together a little piece just to explain this in layman's terms. So for the audience at home, if you're a little shy and you don't want to hear the F word, this would be a good time to come back in about 1 minute. But it's pretty good, and it's a little bit of lesson. I'll stage it for you. This is from one of my favorite shows. I know Joe's going to roll his eyes. From The Sopranos, and Tony's talking to the shrink, which is a microaggression. I don't think you're allowed to say shrink anymore. But anyway, head comes from head shrinker, and he's talking about one of his guys that they've just found out he was a Fanuc. And if you don't know what that is, look it up.
I was going to say, you better explain to the good people what a Fanuc is, because
I just found that out today, and it's my new favorite word.
Well, this is going to explain it, and here it goes.
He's a fag.
And?
Now what am I supposed to do?
About what?
I know it. They're born that way, right? It's not their fault. Frankly, I think they go about in pity for themselves.
I don't think they see it as a fault.
In your circle, I'm sure you got all kinds of gays and trans whatevers of all stripes. But not where I come from.
How do you feel about homosexuality?
I find it disgusting. Men kissing men, holding hands in the street. Every fucking TV show now, they rub your nose in it. The lesbian thing with the Jennifer Beals. It's not bad. She a dyke in real life? I don't give too much of a shit what people do behind closed doors with consenting adults. But don't forget, I'm a strict Catholic. I agree with that senatorium who says if we let this stuff go too far, pretty soon we'll be fucking dogs.
I mean, that was from the late 90s, if you don't know the show. And that was the prevailing winds, if you will. Now, it's a show, but you kind of get the point. Nobody really cares about you people. Nobody cares about you people more than they care about the other guy down the street or the other guy over here or the other guy over there. Nobody cares. But if you start freaking coming after our kids and then announcing it, then people are going to start caring. And you're not going to like it.
Right.
You're not going to like it.
I will just throw in, when we were young, say
a long time ago.
Yeah. We would take the PAT train into New York City and wander around. We'd be like bored at like 1:00 in the morning. He mentioned the dog thing at the end there.
That's what you got out of that. Yeah.
I've seen things, okay, in the city there.
Yeah.
And I knew this was coming because I've seen things. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, you know what? Isn't it like ironic how, these big cities, big liberal cities are just a breeding ground for shit?
Literally.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes out of these places.
Why do you think we went there? We're like, white bread country boys out in the suburbs, wanted to see what the dark side of life looked like.
I mean,
so let's go into Manhattan.
That's so funny. To put it in a better perspective, you had to drive through several cornfields to get out of where you live. I mean, literally.
Oh man. Yeah.
Really,
So,
we lived around cornfields, right? We lived in
Yeah.
Cities suck. I hate cities to this day. I cringe when I have to go into Philadelphia.
You know who likes cities? People who never lived in a city or haven't been to a city. They love cities because they of all the stuff they read. If you believe the stuff you read from Gary Newsom, you'd think this guy was he was the master. He's the guy behind the curtain. He's the ball guy behind the curtain feeding the freaking flying monkeys, and he's got the utopia going on. That guy is. But mark my words, he's going to be running for he's going to take Biden's place. So
you're talking Governor Newsom. Did you say Gary? What's his name?
No, Newsom. Whatever his freaking name is. The guy out there.
I think you did say Gary Newsom.
Yeah. I don't remember his name, but yeah, you're right. I mean, I assume Biden's going to put up a fight, but let's be serious.
He won't remember.
I want to get back on the topic, but this guy Newsom is so left that he makes freaking Barack Obama look like Ronald Reagan.
And they'll vote for him up and down all day long.
Yeah, because he's young and handsome. That's it. That's all you need.
Guy. He's a snake oil.
I don't think he's that good looking.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be rude, but Joe, it doesn't matter what you think. This guy's got that look, the freaking sleaze. I almost slipped and
he
said
looks
something.
like a grease ball.
Listen, he's got that look that the sleazy freaking leftist female votes for. That's what counts. There's an old saying: you can't sell something that you like. You got to sell something that people buy.
And the bottom line is, he's got number one. He's got game.
Yeah.
He can talk.
He's got money.
And he's got money.
He's a Pelosi.
Yeah.
So if he's a Pelosi, he's a cutthroat thug.
I'm kind of liking RFK these days.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. Oh, geez. We're going to have
come on.
This is going to be Tulsi all over again, isn't
What's he benching 220 there?
I don't know, but we can't say aloha anyway. So back to our main story, because we get Stevie.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Tulsi. All right, leave her alone.
It's about the children. She's a fine-looking woman. I'll give you that.
She's a good politician, and she's got her head screwed on straight. You leave her alone.
She's not based.
Okay.
So during COVID, and I use that because that's what we got. That everybody knows it. Colloquial COVID, which is more than a failed attempt to eliminate millions of people through a bioweapon. But anyway, during COVID, we learned a lot of things. Unfortunately, during those times, and this isn't an irony or mistake, but the majority of the blue cities and or states kept their kids out of school longer, percentage-wise, probably up to 50, maybe sometimes 70% longer than other states. And as a result, these kids fell behind in school, which is fine because the left wants dummies. They don't want smart people. The smart people run for office, the dummies vote.
Not only that, the worse the stats are, the more money they can get from the government.
Well, yeah. Let's talk to Weinstein or whatever her name is.
Yeah. Oh man.
Who's gonna do it? You, Weinstein? So basically, these kids, when they were supposed to be schooling with what they decided to come up with after 6 months of doing nothing, they dove deep, headfirst into the social media because the parents they don't care apparently. You're 6, here's a phone. I got to go to work.
Yeah.
So
grinder, swipe left.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So they're deep. They're knee deep in social media. They're getting indoctrinated through social media. And there's a guy, and I forgot to look him up. He wrote a book. He wrote the original book on this about 12 years ago. The percentage of depression is between now and roughly 10 years ago in teens is double. And he went into great detail explaining the social media fiasco and how that contributed, if not fully, mostly to this. I don't want to call it a phenomenon because it's a national crisis, is what it is.
Yeah.
So anyway, watch that. TikTok was big. If you just watch that libs of TikTok. These people are out there. They're teaching your kids. They're sneaking up on your kids through social media. You don't know what they're doing. They infiltrated game systems as well. So they're getting all this information. So these people are coming after your kids if you don't know it. You saw all over the country these drag hour in school libraries. You couldn't even get rid of them.
Yeah, right. And look at Disney.
Oh, forget about it. Yeah,
Disney's got this kind of garbage in cartoons for kids.
Perv Plus, Disney, yeah. So
and other cartoons on television on, I don't know, Cartoon Network or Netflix or whatever. They're all doing it.
Yeah, and I don't know about you. I don't watch cartoons because they're geared towards young children.
Yeah, no, but I've heard stories. I've heard.
No, definitely the research and young children, they're susceptible to all those. They buy it. And there's also a portion of this through this indoctrination, if you will. It's a fad, and I heard somebody say, I thought it was a pretty good story. If you can get teenagers, early 20s and teenagers to eat Tide Pods, those things you throw in your freaking washing machine as a challenge, what can't you get them to do?
Yeah.
Right. So lot of this.
Just going to say, when I was 20, I wasn't eating no Tide Pod. All right.
No.
I might have been, drinking a,
maybe Tide stick.
Yeah. Something like that, I mean, we had our own stupid stuff, but I'm not eating freaking.
Well, we weren't eating
laundry
detergent balls. No. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a good thing to do. Let me eat one of them.
Everybody knew the kid that at school you give him 50 cents, he'd eat a freaking bug. Everybody, who didn't do that?
Bug, a bug. I could see a bug. A little carapace and some protein and some bug.
Well,
glue.
But so anyway, and quite honestly, I'm not sure where the distraction is. In other words, I don't know if the war, which is, we can call it whatever it is, whatever you want. We don't know if that's a distraction to hide this. You don't know if Trump's indictments are a distraction to hide Hunter or to hide this. I have my own theory. Let me spit it out. You guys tell me what you think.
Please do.
Personally, this is what I think. This cultural Marxism, this LGBTQ evil that's seeping up through the grounds and grabbing our kids at the youngest age possible, this mutilation, this castration, all this stuff. I think that is the war. I think that's the war. And I think every freaking thing else is the distraction from that. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
I would. Well, you know me. I think this whole thing is a spiritual war, and that what you just said fits in perfectly with that idea.
We're looking everywhere but our kids. If you go back in time, after civil rights, prior to civil rights, ask Lester, right? The black family was better off because it was a family.
Yeah.
When they forced both parents to go to work, the left started rubbing their hands together, saying, we got them now, because now we have kids that are unmonitored, unparented to a degree, and that was the end of it, and that's it.
You want to hear my theory?
I do.
My theory is that and I hate to say this, really, that I agree with Paul. You hear that, Paul? I agree with you. Right? Stop. Let me finish. That this is the end. And it's biblical that the earth is going to be consumed by fire, a very great percentage of it. And that's coming. And it might be coming is sooner than you think. And when I say engulfed by fire, they never said it. Doesn't tell you what kind of fire, but these atomic bombs and this atomic war that we're looking down the barrel at. This could definitely consume this earth in fire, and I think that's what we're going to see in the near future.
And he doesn't even have the note-taking app where we've got a nice list of World War III crap already lined up for a future podcast.
I know, Joe. I mean, not for nothing, but we actually use modern-day collaboration software to put this stuff together, and I'm going to have to go back and transcribe that to put it in the notes.
He's just got it by instinct,
Don't forget, Joe works.
Yes. So. and let's also not forget, don't give me this. I hate to agree with Paul. Whenever you think Paul is wrong, change your mind because Paul is right.
Oh my God!
Go home and get your fucking shine box.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway,
I mean that's like the 11th.
Somebody's got to keep you in check. You know what I mean?
There's 3 rays of light all going wacky, but at the end of the freaking show, it's a laser focused beam that cuts through steel.
Yes.
So.
I really don't want to burn up in a nuclear fire, though, But
I don't really want to burn up in any fire. But I see your point.
I hope it's quick,
But I got two quick things, and then we can kind of freelance for a second. The teachers pushing the grooming out there is huge. We learned that from COVID as well. So there's stuff we got out of that we weren't supposed to. That being said, if the parents don't step up, like you were talking about, Joe, if the parents don't step up and revolt, they'll roll right over you. Well, and here's a litmus test. One thing, and I'll let you go. This is a litmus test for everybody out there, and we have a litmus test for the drag queen story. Here's another litmus test. How come I never see a bunch of straight people marching down the street trying to indoctrinate gay people into becoming straight?
Well, maybe we should do that.
They have a straight pride parade in Boston.
It's called the 4th of July parade.
And they have a lot of trouble getting their permits. The media comes out and bashes them every time.
Because they're pro evil. That's why they're pro giving your kids over to Moloch. That's why.
That's right.
I mean, that's what it is.
And let's be realistic. Homosexuality is abnormal.
Yeah.
Heterosexuality is normal. So that's
thou shalt not lay with a man as with a woman.
And it's not debatable. This is not a debate. This is just facts. Normal and abnormal.
You get 2 hot chicks together, though, and it's like.
Well, I'm not saying okay.
Well, it's death. if you think about it, it's death. You're sending your little guys to death. Any wide scale sodomite relationships can only wind up in civilizational death. It's death. It's the opposite of life, which is what you get when you lay with a woman.
Well, funny, yeah, it is. Again, it's the opposite. It's the opposite of what creation.
Yes.
And it's an obvious tearing down, because if you follow the line all the way to the end, if this continues, there can't be a civilization.
Right.
You just can't. You can continue to say men can get pregnant, but they can't. It'll never happen. Civilization will die off. And then the likes of Bill Gates, who, I mean, he's about one of the most worthless people out there. That guy, Father Satan's going to come and take him soon, probably. But stuff like that is just it just makes me sick. I don't know, but so
he's really a disgusting person.
Yeah. They caught him on somebody had a story he had posted in a paper about 11 years ago talking about depopulation. Was that the word?
Yeah.
Through forced mandates, vaccine mandates.
And by the way, disgusting is the new normal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. As they say. Of course, we know that's not true, but yeah, I get your drift.
In their worlds, I mean.
Yeah. So, and they race to see who can be more disgusting.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this was an interesting topic.
And we didn't even get into the really disgusting stuff that these people put.
I tell you
in
what,
some of the books and stuff that they're putting in front of your kids. Scary shit.
We just skimmed it, and I need to take a shower. Yeah. It's a disgusting topic, but it's out there, and if you don't think it's out there, you're crazy. You're absolutely delusional.
Homeschool your children.
Yeah. I feel like putting on one of them plastic suits like Christian Bale and what was that movie?
Oh, American Psycho.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the new Huey Lewis. Try making reservations at Dorcio now. So, all right, guys. Yeah, it was a little, we skimmed it, but I don't know if I wanted to get too much deeper into it without just getting.
Right. I can recommend anybody. You got kids. Look at their schoolwork. Go to your school meetings. Look through the library. Look at the CVs of your school board members.
Be part of your kids' lives.
Your administration. Make sure that you don't have these freaks pushing this stuff on your children, because once they're damaged, it's almost impossible to repair it.
And the schools will hide it from you, and they will lie to you.
Absolutely, they will.
All right, guys, let's bid a fair adieu. Have a good night, everybody, and we will talk to you next Wednesday.
Good night.
Good night, folks.
Bye.